The passing of Hollywood icon Robert Duvall marked the end of an extraordinary career that spanned decades and left an indelible mark on American cinema. Known for unforgettable performances, including his role as the loyal consigliere Tom Hagen in the Godfather films and his starring turn in the acclaimed miniseries Lonesome Dove, Duvall's contributions to storytelling earned him widespread admiration and respect. Tributes poured in from across the industry and beyond, reflecting the profound impact he had on audiences and fellow artists alike. In the midst of reflections on his legacy, attention turned to his political views, which provided a nuanced glimpse into his character during a time of intense national division. Duvall had long identified as a conservative and maintained support for the Republican Party for much of his life. However, well before the emergence of Donald Trump as a dominant force in American politics, Duvall expressed significant disillusionment with the state of the party he had once backed. In a candid interview conducted several years prior to the 2016 presidential election, Duvall described the Republican Party as being in disarray, a mess that left him questioning his future allegiance. He indicated a likely shift toward voting as an independent in upcoming elections, signaling a break from strict party loyalty. This statement came at a moment when internal conflicts and ideological shifts were already straining the GOP, foreshadowing some of the broader upheavals that would follow. Adding complexity to his views was the influence of his wife, Luciana Duvall, whose self-described identity as a tree-hugging Republican highlighted a blend of environmental consciousness and conservative leanings. She occasionally entertained the possibility of supporting Democratic candidates, illustrating the couple's willingness to think beyond rigid affiliations. Robert himself emphasized a sense of patriotism rooted in his family's immigrant history. His ancestors had arrived from France in the 17th century, and he spoke with conviction about believing in the United States despite its imperfections. This perspective underscored a pragmatic, appreciative stance toward the country's opportunities and flaws. Throughout his public life, Duvall avoided becoming a vocal partisan in the modern sense. He did not engage in the kind of high-profile criticisms of political figures that became common among some celebrities. In the lead-up to one presidential contest, he even predicted Trump's eventual victory, a forecast that proved accurate but did not translate into overt endorsement or opposition in subsequent years. His comments remained measured, reflecting a man who valued personal principles over ideological conformity. Duvall's disillusionment with the Republican Party in the mid-2010s resonated as a quiet but telling critique from someone who had lived through multiple eras of American politics. It highlighted the frustrations felt by many longtime conservatives who perceived a drift away from core values or effective governance. His immigrant heritage added another layer, reminding observers that support for legal immigration and national identity could coexist with conservative ideals. In an age of polarized discourse, his earlier remarks offered a reminder that political views could evolve without descending into bitterness or extremism. The intersection of his death and ongoing political conversations served to humanize the broader narrative around celebrity influence in public life. While many stars aligned firmly with one side or another, Duvall's journey illustrated a more independent path, one shaped by personal experience, family background, and a willingness to question party lines when they no longer aligned with his principles. His legacy, both on screen and off, endures as one of integrity, depth, and thoughtful reflection.